So now we come to the international part of our show. Hello, mate. Hey, do you know what movie this is from? That's not alive. Now, this is alive. I know, I just want to do shit. Do y'all really have those crazy lizards running through there like when the legs just pop out? Sometimes?
Not everywhere.
So see, our roaches look like that. That's what our roaches look like. Y'all ever seen the roaches just come out the wings just pop up? That's how our roaches look. Our roaches will fuck your lizards up. We step on the roach and you will hear it go pop! And you move your foot, you're like, that's all you got, motherfucker? Got something for your ass when you go to sleep. But anyway, it is a pleasure to have this young man here, all the way from Australia. Put your hands together for Charlie. Shoot!
Are you all well? Is that what you say here? I don't fucking know, I'm not from here. Everyone has been asking everyone to give it up for the ladies, so I just want to hear you say, let's give it up for me not pretending to be black. So let's do it. So yes, I'm from out of town, I'm from Australia. If you can tell that by my accent, or the fact that you can't understand the fucking word I'm saying. It happens, I'm not going to be shy about it. I was at a supermarket the other day. I got as far as hello to the lovely girl behind the counter before she decided that, she was going to spend the rest of my transaction laughing in my face. It lasted a good 2 minutes. How are you? Ha 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 ha. Put down the cultural differences. Did you watch the game last night? Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. I couldn't help but think, I wasn't that offended by it, but I couldn't help but think that if our positions were reversed, and I was working in a shop and was presented with a sort of small and slightly angry-looking New Orleanian and proceeded to laugh in their face for 2 minutes, I think I'd probably be on the receiving end of some serious Second Amendment rights. I think I would have a bullet hole in me so large that Drew Brees could throw a Super Bowl winning pass through that. But hey, I haven't been here that long, who fucking knows? I'm new in town, I'm learning how things work. It's quite cold out, I walk around a lot. I don't drive because traffic here is fucking mental, and I think I know why now. I think it's because Kathy here has stolen all the stoplights and tied them to her hat. Happy birthday. Kathy's got a bit of stick this evening. She's doing very well. She's being a very good sport. There's a lucky man in the house this evening, and it's not Kathy's significant other. It's this man down the front, who, because Kathy was sitting in the front row, is able to sit in the front row of comedy wearing that turtleneck. The 80s are alive and well. Congratulations, sir.
Christmas present.
Thank you. Christmas present? Really? No.
It's a ring gift, right?
Moving on. I think having had that delightful experience in the supermarket and not getting shot, which is always a plus, I feel that it might be the norm in New Orleans to sort of take the piss, make merciless fun of foreigners, and my point was proven, I think, when I stumbled across the other day upon the Outback Steak House. Really, America? Really? I'm blooming ugly. That's not Australia, that's a punch in the fucking face. It's the equivalent of me me going home to Melbourne and opening up a restaurant called the Louisiana Lunchroom, where when you go through the door, a waiter rolls up in a Cadillac Escalade, pulls down the window, says, "How y'all doing?" and shoots you in the face. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about as culturally sensitive as that. But no, I love America. It's very friendly. People love it. You know, I've been in some less than friendly places in my time before I moved to New Orleans. I lived in Scotland, and Scotland is great. Has anyone been to Scotland? You've been to Scotland, excellent. You see a few Americans in Scotland, I think, sort of big red-headed guys from up north who walk down the street and say, "I'm Scotch, I'm Scotch." Talking like that, maybe being that size, you probably drink a lot of Scotch. But, I don't know, Scottish, for the record, not Scotch. Anyway, Scotland, less friendly. I was at a gig at the Edinburgh Fringe, and I discovered that in Scotland, friendly means not having solid things thrown at your head. It was alright, you know, I was lucky enough not to be performing at that gig. Some poor, unfortunate comedian got on, wasn't doing very well. The audience didn't start hurling insults, didn't even decide to throw bottles. Someone in the front row thought it was somehow appropriate to throw a stool up on stage. You know, something like this. When you're formulating a list, ladies and gentlemen, of signs that a gig is not going well, when the audience decides to, you know, start flinging the furniture at you, I think it's time to go. Kathy, at this point, I would urge you to stay seated, please. And so friendliness is something that America does very well, I think. Everyone's very welcoming here. Something America and New Orleans in particular, I think, doesn't do particularly well is subtlety and not being wasted any of the time. I found myself on Bourbon Street the other day, funnily enough, and I wasn't told that I would be walking onto something that resembled a film set of a film called 4 Heinekens, 1 Cup. I ordered a beer on Bourbon Street and was presented with a receptacle that I would more closely associate with cleaning my house than I would with drinking out of. Such was the size, it was like a mop bucket. How do you people get anything done? How do you get up in the morning? It is the holiday season, so I'm not going to ask. I just assume everyone is wasted. Maybe they are. You know, the holidays, they're a thing that happened. It's quite fun. Christmas in Australia is a bit different. It's quite hot, obviously, so you do things, you wear summer clothes. And I met a language barrier here because Red was talking before about thongs on hangers. Thongs in Australia means something different. It means like flip-flops, shoes you wear. You know, go out, wear a pair of thongs. No one told me about the difference in New Orleans. It is the last time I ask at an American Christmas if it's appropriate to wear thongs to the shop at Christmas. Doesn't end well. But yeah, I'm having a great time here. It's not very good for me, I think. You know, lots of booze, lots of food. I think since I've been in New Orleans, I now use my legs for exercise about as much as a New Orleans driver uses their turn signals. I think my liver now closely resembles the average New Orleans sidewalk. It's got that many holes in it. And I've eaten so much food here. I'm going to need 2 seats on the plane home, but I've had a fucking great time. I'm loving the place, and you've been a lovely audience. I've been Charlie Shute. I'm sorry that I don't have it printed on a t-shirt. I should get on to that. I think it's a good thing to do. Give it up for all the lovely comedians you've had here. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves, and keep enjoying yourselves. You've been lovely. Have a lovely evening.